Lunaku lwaliro twasinzidde mu kibuga kye Fort Portal kye bayita tourism city. Tukimanyi nti ebintu byenjawulo okuli amabeere ga Kinnamwiru, waliyo Empire Hot Springs, wane Kibale waliyo amazike ag'enjawulo. Abantu bangi bagezako kubanga bettanyira ekibuga kino ne balambula ebintu ebyenjawulo. N'olunaku lwaliro waliwo emikolo egyategekebwayo egya Ekyooto Ha Mpango, nga emikolo gino gigezaako okulaba nga batumbula ebyobulambuzi mu kibuga kino. Abantu okuva wonna mu ggwanga Uganda bagezaako kubanga bettanyira ekibuga kino balabe ebintu bino ebyenjawulo. N'olunaku lwaliro munange tugezaako okubanga tugenda kubanga tulaga ebimu ku ebyo ebyakolebwa olunaku lwatandika ku Lwokubiri wiiki eno paka ne bikomekerezebwa olunaku lw'omukaaga. Emikolo gyonna tugenda kubanga tugikulaga wano ku Star TV Munyenye Gwanga mu programu yaffe Omulambuzi. Bingi bitugenda okubanga tukulaga, temuvaawo katukomewo.
The wind were okay. I don't know, maybe it's one of the reasons why many people in this area did not suffer from COVID-19. No, they are going to take some more time. Yes? You can boil. All this water is capable of boiling. Good. And the golden egg. Okay. A little black. We were the other side of the female hot springs. We looked at the feature. It's the most beautiful, according to some people. Of course, we don't dispute that. But where we are is the male hot spring. And of course, the man is always the owner of the home. So the history has it that we have a clan here of people called Bamaga. The Mamaga tribe associated with the hot springs, that they believe that the ancestors emanated from here. And while during those early days they were living in their own settlements, a man and the wife disappeared from them because they were hunter-gatherers. But when they continued looking for them, they found the spear of the man and some clothes left in at this site. And then they were wondering where the man had gone. They continued with the search, they couldn't find the man. Now it ended up that possibly this person could have mysteriously disappeared from this place, and the Mamaga took it that this is the home for the man. So the other side, when they continued to move around the swamp, they found also the clothes and remains of the wife to the man on the other side. And from then, when they are carrying out sacrifices to appease the ancestors, they do for the female on the other side, and then for the man here. That's how the male-female came in, not because of the features depicting the sites.
They were right.
Yes. Empango Springs is a key tourism attraction for Uganda. It's a must-visit site because we do not have any other site in Uganda which is better than this in terms of...
Hot springs?
Yes. Yeah. This is very, very active and so interesting.
How far does it extend? Is it just in this radius?
It's only within the radius of could be around 10 square kilometers.
You've done some feasibility to know where it extends to?
This was done long ago by the Minister of Energy. I can assure that when you move around, there are so many geothermal sites with the drillings that were done, and they blocked that. Actually, the road construction could have passed here, but they extended further. You find where they were drilling. Actually, water could come out of the ground. Okay. That's why they extended the road up to the mountain base. Otherwise, it's a very big area. Wherever you dig, you'll find the hot springs.
How deep is this water here?
Actually, you are able to see the base. It could be around 5 meters, but that is not the depth. Yes. Because there are feeders that bring the pressure, hot pressure from the core of the earth. But what is interesting is that we have a water catchment area here, the Rwenzori, and when water comes in the subterranean layer, it finds that hot vapor from the core of the earth, from the molten rocks, which actually this is a bit of a volcanic feature, but we don't have magma in it. During the construction of this road, manually, they could dig and then use metal loads. Up there where they shifted the load, there is an area which was extremely local, and the supervisor was a Muzungu by that time, and they found people were extremely tired, relaxed, said, what's the problem? Then he used the Swahili and said, oh, this is a bad place, it's a Mumbaya. And the local people translated it to be Sempaya. Okay. And that's how the Sempaya came. It's just a Swahili kind of dialect.
This is a unique place, and we are very, very honored that the two ministers have come. Your Royal Highness, we welcome you and your team of guests and UN resident representative. You're here, and all the entourage that has come to visit. This, as you can see, is a must-visit site. We can turn around the opportunities in this area for even key important events in our lives. We are trying to develop this place so that honeymooners or people can come and wed and sit here and enjoy the natural breath of the hot spring. But more so, as my colleague has mentioned, we have been looking for an investor who can turn around the opportunities in these hot waters to turn it into a hot spa. Many people know the healing powers of the water in such an environment, and we are looking for one with potential and capacity to turn around and do this in a very healthy environment We are chasing up one. If we don't get, and you have another one who is interested, you can be given ability to move water, hot water, and take it to a hotel so that people can use it. This area, Your Royal Highness, is part of a bigger conservation area. It is part of Kibale Conservation Area that starts right from Kibale National Park. You come to Katonga Wildlife Reserve. You come to Semlik, where we turned off and turned. Honorable Minister, I was actually very happy that you were going to visit Semlik so that you can see the expanse of our protection. But then I think the time would not allow. But yes. But also we think in the future, Your Royal Highness, you should be, what you are doing should be guiding your people into visit and generate potential out of this place. Before COVID, we were receiving about 8,000 visitors, and over 7,000 were East Africans, which is good because children could come here, adults could come because they want to do the experiment of heating water and see how hot water can be boiled underground. So this is a very good attraction. So in the time, we want to continue marketing this for foreign residents. Your UN representative, really this is something that we can get people to come out and see. The road is generally okay. 4 hours in and out can help people to see and get out of the Kampala. This area has 30 unique species of birds that come in from the Central Africa. The total species of birds that are here are over 600, but 30 of them are very, very unique. And we have a chief bird. Herbert is not here, but Herbert, we actually brought him here. That gentleman is a chief bird. We had thought he would have an opportunity to tell us, even out of these 30 unique ones here, he would take us a few so that we know. So when you pass it, you know what it is. But time may not allow. But we can arrange, Honorable Minister, another trip for birding where we have time. And you can walk through the forest and see what are some of the unique birds that come. Some of them fly, settle here and then go away. Some of them go as far as Europe. They just pass through and then go as far as Europe. So it's an opportunity for us to listen and see what it is. We are developing this area so it doesn't look what you have seen. But as you can see, maintaining even those boardwalks we have used when there is a lot of water can be a challenge. But we keep improving them so that people who can come feel safe. We want to do infrastructure, get an investor, so that the area can truly be a good domestic environment for people. Where we started, we have bought land in the neighborhood, and I want to build a community and visitor information center so that the communities can come and we meet and we talk, and where we can also receive and talk to our visitors. That's an investment that we already prioritized and should happen by next year. In Bohoma, in Windi, there are also Batwa in Mugahinga, and there are also some here. The others have been brought into tourism because they actually have a trail and explain what life was before we took over the national parks. Here we have started, there is a trail. We have tried to train them, and we are going to equip them so they can also, apart from coming to the hot springs, you see the nature walk, you visit and go to the spa, you can also. This area, Honorable Minister, is not too far from Congo, and Semlik is the river, is the border boundary between us and Congo. I think if that direction, maybe 10 kilometers or so, you are in Congo. This is 9 kilometers from there is Congo. So it's quite a sensitive area, but it's very well protected. We want to thank the government for giving us the protection and security and access through a very good road. Up there is Hoima. I cannot see it from here, but Hoima is not too far from here. But Hoima is that direction. So this area can be accessed. There's also a road that you can connect from Hoima without going to Kampala. So the area where we are, very well served with Mountain Rwenzori that you're looking across to, is a very good area that we can all truly be happy to promote and see development in this area. I got it. Yes. Ekyooto Ha Mpango. Yes. We want to thank you. Tomorrow, Your Royal Highness, we will be delighted to see you in Chivale Forest, where man's closest cousin, the chimpanzees, live. This is again another experience which is part of this territory, and I would like to see most of you come and see how these brothers and cousins of ours who actually live and look like us live. So let's look forward to a good event, and we want to thank you, Your Royal Highness, for bringing all this team here. And please, if you can, make it a routine so that every month we see you here.
How have you marketed this place to the outside world, like Europe, America, Asia, the Middle East? How have you marketed this area to them? Is there a way? Do you have a website? Do you have a way how you can reach out to those communities out there?
Yes. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. We do market obviously through international events. COVID has killed many of the events. We used to go out in Europe, in Asia and America to market, and those events talk a lot. And when we go, we carry people like him who speak the language of here to go and talk to them. Of course, we have a website, Uganda Wildlife, www.ugandawildlife.org has a website. But too, we have Uganda Tourism Board, which is a major marketer of Uganda, and we work very, very closely together. We have a digital farm, so that if you now went to our website, you would like to see some of the images that we have taken here today showing what is happening live. So those efforts are happening, maybe not very much, but we'll put an energy to ensure that people know. And also, if the kingdom has a good website, we can link the two. So whoever visits the kingdom comes to us, or whoever visits Ua goes to the kingdom site, and we can work together. The current numbers, overall, they went below 2,000, 1,500, and overall as a country, we lost about 70% of our tourism numbers. We are just recovering in this quarter where we have done a quarter of what we used to do, but below about 1,500 for this area.
We believe very strongly that tourism is a development issue, and for many countries it's perhaps number one or number two foreign exchange earner for the countries. We also see it as a rural development issue. In other words, the communities around can find work to do, those in the agricultural sector, those in the energy sector, you provide livelihood. So for us, we have put our weight behind it because we know COVID has impacted on the tourism sector, and this is one way of reviving the sector back and to ensure that we have a resilient tourism sector. As you know, we also sent an expedition earlier this year, led by UTB, Cheptegei, and a few other people, to the Rwenzoris to be able to show that we have a beautiful space like this in Uganda. Many people know Kilimanjaro, they know Mount Kenya, they've never heard about Rwenzoris. And so I think even with that clip alone, that documentary, we are beginning to see the numbers increase in Uganda. And I think beyond Europe and America, let's look within Africa. We have a lot of people who don't even know about Uganda. Yeah. I'm from Ghana. You have a growing middle class. They can afford to come here. They just don't know. And so if we can market that, and particularly now we have the Africa Free Trade Area Agreement, which our governments have signed, His Excellency President Museveni has signed, what the African presidents are saying that let's increase economic integration, let's be together. And tourism is one of the areas they've identified to exchange on. So I believe, as you said, the sky is not even the limit. Yes. It's the beginning.
Yes.
welcome all of you to Kibale National Park. And in particular, we are in Kanyanju. Kanyanju is our tourism center. All our tourism activities, that means most of the tourism activities, especially for sheep tracking, take place here. Kibale National Park is 795 square kilometers in size, and like the director said, it is marketed as the primate capital of the world. Why? Because it harbors the largest chimpanzee population, and we have 13 different species of primates in this park. The park is a rainforest park, which was initially gazetted as the forest reserve in 1930, and eventually was elevated to a national park status in 1993. So today you are going to have an opportunity to interact with our closest cousins, the chimpanzees. The chimpanzees share genes with us, the humans. They are our closest cousins. And therefore, when we are out there, the guide will tell us the do's and don'ts that we need to observe while out there. The environment inside the park is good and enjoyable, but it also has undulating hills. So we advise that we all need to be fit to climb some of these hills, but being informed that our closest cousins are not that far away from us. So I believe all of us will have an opportunity to go and interact with our closest cousins. So we have guidelines that we normally follow, and we are all aware that we are battling with the COVID-19, and we expect that while out there, we shall all keep our masks on. If we are to keep them away, it should not be for a long time, because we are going to interact with our closest cousins, and we don't want to put them in danger. So we need to observe those soaps when we are out there. We have about 1,500 chimpanzees in this park, and usually chances of seeing them are very high, but we normally don't guarantee, because being close cousins to humans, they are very intelligent, and they can easily move away, and they don't like disturbance. So the guide will be taking us through all those do's and don'ts.
So the name Kanyantale was derived from one of the hills in the forest here, which hill used to be a big grassland. And they said during those years, that grassland used to be a habitat for lions. But when the forest kept on colonizing this grassland, then the lions moved further south, back to Queen Elizabeth National Park. So
lions were present here?
They were present here. And we still have lions in Chibale, but where there is a grassland, around the border with the Queen Elizabeth Park.
Do you have leopards in this area?
Leopards, yes, live in Chibale National Park, but leopards are shy, that we don't see them so much.
Do they prey on these chimpanzees?
You know, cats are very tricky. they'll always try to avoid activities where they can easily get injured. So chimpanzees are also very smart animals that can't easily be hunted.
But they're also opportunists, leopards.
Yes.
So if they spot a young one or a mother with a young one, they can take that opportunity and prey on them.
Sometimes, and it happened once in Chambura Gorge, where a chimpanzee got a leopard cub, and he carried this cub with him. Yes, so I did talk of the COVID tree, the Fagara tree. It is that tree that has got thorns like knobs. That is the tree that was used for making the COVID. So as we move through, yes, comes from that tree with the thorns. Thorny tree. Yes.
Gyatandikidde lunaku lwakubiri paka olunaku lw'omukaaga mwe balambudde ebifo ebyenjawulo okuli Hot Springs wali mu Sempaya mu Semiriki National Park, oluvannyuma ate ne bagezaako kubanga bagenda wali ekibaale ne balaba amaziki ag'enjawulo. Ebyo byonna byayinjire mu kibuga kye Fort Portal City okugezaako kubanga batumbula ebyobulambuzi mu kibuga ekyo. Ebyo n'ebisingako Star TV Mnyenyegwanga nange omuleza Uthman Sempebwa munaye nkujukiza nti twakyusizzaako mu lulimi bannaffe be twagenze nabo olulimi lwabadde mu Lungereza newankubadde nti byatambuddewo bityo tujja kubanga tukwasaganya. Ebyo n'ebisingako katukomewo temuvaawo.
Locally means sapra, and he's one of the males who are promising to go through their ranks. Unira, yes. Look at him. He's not a dominant male, he's a sub-adult male, but showing indicators of going through the ranks of dominacy. A mother or a female will be in ostrus, or she'll be receptive for 2 weeks. And it is during these 2 weeks that she's mating. She's having mates every day. And a female will have 30 mates in a single day with different males.
But within these 2 weeks, she only has 3 days that she will be specific in terms of which male to go with. So these 3 days, she will go off the main group and hangs away with only one male. And this is, in most cases, the alpha male. And we call this courtship in chimpanzees. Those 3 days are the courtship days.
So the woman is the one who decides who to
It's
court
the
with?
woman because she knows the days that she's likely to conceive in. So those are the 3 days. You know, female chimpanzees will want to have offsprings with very strong males.
Okay.
So after the 3 days, then she'll come back to the main group.
Okay.
So it's possible that this female can suspect maybe who is likely to be the father to her child. But males don't know who their children are. So in chimpanzees, they only know their maternal relatives. Because it is the mother, okay, she will know this is my brother from my maternal side. And chimpanzees have got 8 months gestation period, close to humans. And a mother will entirely keep the baby on breast milk for the first 4 months without this baby taking any solid substance. So, like in humans, and it's at around 5 months that this baby is starting to take solid food. And this mother will breastfeed for averagely 1.5 to 2 years. And they've got a spacing interval of averagely 4 to 5 years. That is the spacing between the babies. And then at around 6 years, this mother is weaning off the first child because she already has a new baby. And then at around 8 or 9 years, female chimpanzees will get into puberty. They will start going in oestrus or in heat. But this is false oestrus because even if she mates, she will not conceive.
Okay.
Averagely, female chimpanzees mature at the age of 12 years or 13. But also, red colobus monkeys are a bit aggressive. So as the chimpanzees hunt these monkeys, they also try to fight back. And within the process, chimpanzees easily kill these monkeys. And at the same time, chimpanzees are cannibals. They eat fellow chimpanzees, but only babies. And this commonly happens when chimpanzees encounter a foreign community. You know, chimpanzee communities never meet for peace. They only meet at war. So it's sometimes during these fighting moments that they are able to grab babies from the rival community. But once in a while, they also kill babies within their own community. And this is done mainly by the higher ranking males and commonly the alpha. So as they kill these babies, they are trying to cause fear within the community. And this is one of the tactics of keeping in power. Because when it becomes so aggressive like that, then he will be respected. But also,
Do they also do it so they can put the females back on heat?
well, chimpanzees will get in heat even when they have very young babies. They happen to understand that these are very weak babies and are likely not to grow. And this caused a lot of disagreements between the scientists because nobody had got to know that chimpanzees use the tools and weapons. So that's how people came to know that chimpanzees were next to human beings in terms of using weapons and tools.
The kingdom, including Kiwale National Park, where we have seen a good number of chimpanzees, and it is really exploiting the diversity and the potential that this kingdom has in terms of wildlife and animal species. And we are very, very grateful to be here, myself and Her Excellency, as well as the Honorable Minister of Tourism. So what we have seen here today, we have learned a lot, and we hope that we can take it back to where when we go back and spread the word of how important conservation is. Thank you so much.
Kutamba asibira okukikalo ky'ekikino eky'olukulato olukulu lw'Omukama bw'atoola. Mutusangire zaidi tuli baba Kutamba, tuli baba Kasula Banyunya, tuli baba Kusakaza Tanakatula, tuli baba Zaire, Gorobya Kutamba, Gorobya Mwebingwa, Gorobya Mkumafuzi, Gorobya Msakaza Tanakatula, Gorobya Mkumafuzi, Gorobya Wamara, Gorobya Tali ya Karuzi. Hamsango mwebingwa Aha. Gorobye Zaire. Gorobye Mwebingwa. Gorobye Kutamba. Gorobyo msakazi atanaganjore.
But we're mainly focusing on all beauty that is in Toro Kingdom. I think you visited today Kibale National Park and yesterday Kisenderiki. So you're most welcome to check out all the other national parks, especially the mountain gorillas in Mugahinga and Windy, and also to climb Mount Rwenzori, and also to visit Queen Elizabeth National Park, the Met Leopards. You're welcome.
We employ a big number of people here. The farm is about 300 acres and it's doing an amazing job. So we do the whole value chain. So you can enjoy one of the best coffees here in case you want it. And we are supplying most of the hotels.
You're most welcome, Your Majesty. This is Woven Products Limited, the #1 manufacturer of cosmetics in Uganda and Africa. We are showcasing our products today, and we have the hair.
We have planted over 2,000 trees, and we are going to make sure that before the festival ends, we have 3,000 trees planted in this campaign. Your Royal Highness, we have a technological aspect of the better tree. We have
bayanukwira kugamba rorako abasigaze singato nebagira endasha ya bulikiro abajya kujyaho nisaba wewe omwanya bareke kuko abajya kugenda abajya kujyaho babanze bige mukanye leo harabajwa
This was our way of life a few generations ago. In the past, people sat around Ekyooto and shared about the day's challenges or successes, told stories, consulted and discussed matters of key importance. Around Ekyooto, children were nurtured, young adults were groomed, and those who aspired for leadership were guided. This is a very important area where people would openly discuss issues and make decisions on matters arising in their communities. It is a place where parents told their children about their grandparents, about past leaders, about good practices, even reading Bible stories. We are trying to revive this concept and let people know that they can move a boardroom meeting to around Ekyooto, like we are here today. This way, our traditional practices do not completely phase out. I am sure tour operators can start selling events around Ekyooto. There is no reason why an American or Chinese or Ugandan corporate company cannot buy a package to tour for their annual retreat and hold it while sitting around Ekyooto and happily plan for the year ahead. I urge people to set up more Ekyooto in their communities and homes. We should not let this practice die. We have widened the concept of Ekyooto to include learning and skilling opportunities this year, especially for our youth who have been hit hard by the effects of the pandemic. We have also included sports activities which are good for the body and many other tourism promotion and cultural conservation activities. As you all know, tourism and culture are top priorities in the Kingdom's vision of 2024. I thank all partners, UNDP, Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, the Tourism Board and Wildlife Authority, Talent Africa, Microfinance Support Center, BRAC Uganda, and many others for your immense support. We look forward to your continued support for Ekyooto Ha Mpango in the coming years. I would like to particularly thank UNDP for partnering with Toro Kingdom in implementing different initiatives that will transform the livelihoods of our youth. I'm particularly happy with the Rolex initiatives, which will financially empower our youth through providing a daily income. On matters of health, in order for Toro Kingdom to achieve her vision of 2045 and Uganda to achieve her vision of 2040 of a transformed Ugandan society from peasant to a modern and prosperous country, health of Ugandans is of paramount and importance. Uganda, like the rest of the world, is battling the COVID-19 pandemic, which has distorted our livelihoods. We therefore must join hands to end this pandemic. As the King of Toro, I call upon all the people of Toro above 18 years of age to go to the nearest health unit and get vaccinated against this deadly COVID-19 virus. Today, I will give out oxygen cylinders to our health units to help in this cause. I now wish you all an enjoyable evening around Ekyooto. I thank you all. God bless you.
Welcome, Your Highness. This is University once again. We are so honored to present to you your Toto as you requested us to coin an idea that will leave a landmark for the first inaugural Kyoto experience. This is the first Kyoto we are having, and we are going to be placed the king himself launch it. And I would like to ask his personal assistant to do the procedure to allow.
These are briquettes.
So this chote, Your Highness, is made out of briquettes, and briquettes are made out of our day-to-day resources, the resources around our homes. Can I request everybody to clap as we witness